welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat, your guide through the seen and the unseen. Today we're tapping into the energies to see what messages Spirit has for us. So take a deep breath, settle in. Let's see what the universe is trying to tell you. Also, if you're soul seeking deeper alignment, make sure to join our community by subscribing. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what is happening today. So, this is the animal spirits. The snake and the lamb. Alright. So already there's a couple messages. So the snake is about cycles, shedding, it's a symbolic kind of, very symbolic. The lamb is about being kind of timid, maybe very innocent, maybe. There's something about the Ouroboros here with a snake, and there's also something here about divinity with the lamb. I look a bit swollen, like my face is like very full. I started some protein powders that are kind of new, so that's kind of why, but also I ate a bunch of ice cream. Like, well, it's been a few weeks now. It's been yeah. I bought, like, instead of buying pints, I was like, oh, it's cheaper to just buy the gallon. And I ended up eating it over time, like, so I gained about 10 pounds, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine. Love ice cream. Me and Ringo have that in common. But, so, I'm trying to not eat ice cream. But I don't think there's a problem with eating ice cream every now and then. So the sword is showing up, the archetype we're showing up in, and the castle. So this is kind of like a truth, like a polarity in truth, and the castle is like that need to be protected, but also something precious, maybe. Home, the abode, I'm envisioning the moat around the castle, like the bridge, and the need for protection in some way. Okay. Let's get the past, present, and future spread. past temperance. So there was a need for balance, patience, a higher understanding, to put burdensome maybe relationships down, family. It was a lot of effort over time, but a lot of heartbreak. There was a lot of pain. Present. The star. So healing from that. Having hope that there's going to be something better around the corner. There's Six of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Emperor, and the Page of Cups. So there was, there's definitely hope in some way of a new reciprocal kind of relationship where you're able to stand in your power in some way. I'm getting that, like, maybe there was your authenticity was shunned, your personal power was ripped from you. And future, let's do that again. Future energy. Eight of Cups. So there's a walking into something better, like a walking away from past murkiness, darkness, like overwhelm of emotion for others, but it was like you were drowning in a lack of reciprocity. This is reciprocity being needed. There's also the Devil, Six of Pentacles, the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So I'm seeing this as like there's a union here in the future, but it's once you've dealt with and mastered the toxicity of the past, I believe. And I feel like this is having to do with finding the gifts in the darkness that was the past that kind of kept you from having these reciprocal relationships. And like mastering that, doing the work to create like a deeper understanding, but in a way that makes it clear to you, like kind of what you need and what you want, and instead of having just a mirror saying this is all your fault. You kind of see where all of that goes and are able to kind of embrace your innocence in some way. Okay, what is the unseen influence? Unseen influence. So the Four of Wands. So I'm seeing this as like stability, unity, celebrations of life, like having that foundational joy. Eight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So this is ascending. So we went from the 8 to the 9. This is forward movement, the ability to see what's real, what's not, the ability to love deeply and surrender like pride and ego in the name of love to have that reciprocity, but knowing your worth if it's not reciprocal, being able to walk away, learning those lessons, and finding loyalty and commitment in some way. I'm seeing with the Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a loyal card, so you're finding loyalty in something. This is the hidden influence. So this is your desire. Like, your desire is to find that unity and to ascend from this fast-moving, coming at you energy, instead of like a stable energy. Like, it's like kind of chaotic, I would say. Even though Eight of Wands is usually a victory, it's like fast moving, but it's also forward moving. So I'm seeing this as like a forward moving, less chaotic kind of, you're kind of ascending from with that warrior energy. Like, you surrender to, this type of Knight of Pentacles energy, which would help to bring you stability. Clarify what is the hidden potential. Hidden potential. The Magician. So having everything that you need, being the Magician. So escaping, like, escaping with your freedom in some way, like avoiding the traps, of the mind, and working in collaboration with a new partner, or with a partner who can actually kind of give you what exactly you're looking for here, where it's not just you working towards something, or you aren't the only one who's giving, I don't know, some like love in the situation, right? Or kindness or care, or I don't know. It's like you're not the only one who cares in the situation. I don't know. Genuine sincerity and like forgiveness and all the things that kind of create a relationship that's kind of worth having. Clarify Temperance. So the Tower. So there was in the past maybe a need for, because there was a lot of instability I'm getting with this, the Temperance and the Tower. So there was a need for balance. The Hermit and the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Three of Cups. So yeah, it was like other people weren't able to kind of give you what you needed. You were always to blame for things, so you kind of trapped yourself in doubt and didn't really see your truth in some way. There was like an anxiety of making decisions. There was wisdom that was needed. There was like it forced you to go inward and explore, what was happening. Clarify the Star. So there's a healing taking place. Clarify the Star. So the Ten of Cups, family issues, possibly. There was a need to find fulfillment from within. There was a need for faith and like a higher self. We have the Lovers and the Two of Cups, the Hermit and the Nine of Swords. So that wisdom within, allowed you to make choices about, what was really like a partnership, a true partnership, because this wasn't it, from the past. The Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, you had to fight your demons and really find fulfillment, and part of that was healing yourself and finding, now this could be where you're at right now, needing to find fulfillment and like healing and faith and the inner work. And so the future is Eight of Cups, clarify the Eight of Cups. Excuse me. Clarify the Eight of Cups. So the wise man, the Hierophant. So this is you being able to collaborate with others. Maybe having like a commitment with someone. Two of Wands, the Devil, Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. So this is a new beginning. Now this is also showing the Ten of Pentacles and the Devil. Devil was in the same spot before, I believe. But this is you binding the devil and seeing, the doubts. Hold on. Something's itching my throat. Yeah, so you've made a plan, or you've strategized in some way on how to keep this from keeping you held back. I'm seeing maybe you're working with your ancestors on this. This could be family. But it's like seeing the toxicity maybe in your family, like for what it is, and being able to kind of start over. Clarify the Four of Wands. Yeah, seeing the truth of it. And like the castle being here, it's like, understanding like maybe your ancestry, maybe understanding like where it all came from. And this is about cycles and ending cycles. And finding again your innocence here. And building like a new beginning in some ways. Clarify this Four of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, we got that in the first time too. Clarifying the Four of Wands. So this is about stability, long-term stability. Three of Pentacles again. Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a commitment here, some sort of unity. You may have anxiety about it, but I'm seeing this as like the unseen influence. So there's definitely something about anxiety kind of influencing, but at the same time you're willing to kind of work on or towards. There's like a cooperation here. Now I'm also seeing King, Queen, and the Knight of Pentacles, so there could be a child, in the future or something. But there's definitely cooperation, collaboration, and it's like working together on your happiness together, as opposed to doing it on your own. Clarify the Magician. So the Page of Swords, so you're learning the truth of yourself, that you are this magician, and you're able to close out cycles. You're more than powerful. You have like all these things that maybe have been stifled in you. But you are this Queen of Wands. You can stand your ground with this Four of Pentacles. You lack nothing. Queen of Cups, you are very psychic, very beautiful, very powerful, and you're able to kind of, help yourself in some way. Like, you're protective of yourself, I'm getting. But the truth of it is that you're a child of the divine, I'm seeing, and that you've learned your power in some way. That's the hidden potential. So this is like where you're headed. Powerful manifester. So you're able to kind of work together with someone, and that is going to be helping you to really dig in and pull out the power from within. Anyway, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.